Hello, everybody. My name is Beatrice Gonzalez, and I am a spiritual investigator here to report the latest news of what the FBI knows. So let's get down to business and talk about it. So, the FBI, the FBI has information. Let me pull up my notes. FBI DEA has information on a corrupt lieutenant, detective, police officer in Cincinnati, Ohio. See, this criminal organization have been working with different states to exploit people. But this group in Cincinnati, Ohio, they're under investigation for several deaths. See, this group is connected to red rum, fraud, identity theft, life insurance policies, inherited, gifted inheritance. See, all of these individuals were working in union with different states. They were working with Pennsylvania, they were working with other states, they were working in connection with the drug cartels. They were working with the Sinaloa cartels, the Jalisco Nuevo Generacion. They were working with different groups of people. See, they traffic drugs back and forth in vehicles. This is the way they communicate with each other and they target individuals. So, right now, billionaires are going broke because all of their illegal criminal activity has been exposed. See, their little fun town that they had created together with organized crime, working with the drug cartels and different states, stealing people's identity, working with illegal immigrants, their scam compounds have been all exposed. So, there's going to be big changes in the United States. See, places are going to be raided. See, they don't have power anymore like the way they used to, where they were able to get away with their criminal, illegal activity. Because, these billionaires had built these locations so that they can sex traffic, child traffic, exploit families, and covering each other, the Masons and the Eastern Stars working together to exploit the American people, and then at the same time, uh, dirty their pockets with blood money. See, this is the way they've been doing it. But their little fun town, how they have been all working together to pull this fraud off, working with corrupt judges, lawyers, district attorneys, corrupt cops who were writing fraudulent police reports, rewriting a person's history. See, the feds, the DEA, they have evidence how they pull off this fraud, how they stage text messages, fraudulent crimes against the individuals that they target, that they all together take down together so that they can cash out on a life insurance policy. Everybody gets a slice of the pie. But now that the laws are changing in the United States, your communities, your neighborhoods, your towns are all going to be raided. Are you being honest with the people to tell them the truth? How your whole entire state, there's a citywide investigation, and how the feds are about to move in with the SWAT team to arrest all of the people who were participants to fraud? I don't think so. But authority figures are working with higher ups to expose. See, a lot of people are clearing. They're clearing a lot of their involvement with fraud. And all of that information is what's going to lead to the raids. So, people, Be ready and prepared when you hear the sirens, because the sirens are coming and a lot of people are going to be arrested. That's why I keep telling people, prepare yourself and know who you're going to leave your children with, because your children are going to be the ones that are going to pay the price when you get arrested and they haul you off to prison. These are the things that these people do not tell you about the citywide fraud investigation and how everybody is about to get locked up. The people who participated with this illegal criminal activity. See, these cities, these towns, these neighborhoods, this was a place where billionaires were exploiting families and creating their blood money. And see, the government now knows, because they see exactly their elaborate, sophisticated crimes, how they stage it, fabricate it, and execute it together. They know how they do it. So let me pull up my notes because I got more information. See, they weren't able to continue with their schemes because, see, they know how they rewrite a person's history. And in the process of rewriting their history, they were creating, fabricating text messages to one another. But see, they they do not show the works behind all that they create. See, they skip steps and left out very important information, evidence to prove what they had created, which is the same evidence that has exposed them to their illegal criminal activity. So this is why the government the government is investigating all of the fraud, because they know that individuals were gifted inheritance, that these individuals were falsifying death certificates, marriage certificates, birth certificates, how they were stealing people's identity, utilizing that identity for another person to commit fraud. The illegal immigrant taking your identity, and then on top of taking your identity, committing fraud with your identity, placing a life insurance policy out on you, and then later cashing out on that policy, and you're still alive. So, see, all of this fraud is exactly what they have seen. They know that this was an elaborate scheme that takes a lot of hands, all hands on deck, to perform and commit together, and that everybody got a slice of the pie. See, this is what the United States has seen, how they have been doing all of this together. And now the raids are coming in. The raids are coming in, and authority figures are giving information in regards to dead bodies, people that were red rum, their identity was stolen, fraud was committed in their names, because, see, these individuals, oh, they don't know they're about to get locked up, because, see, my case is the main case that they have been following, watching, monitoring, collecting all of the evidence to all of the individuals who stole my inheritance, the inheritance that my father left me. So now these individuals, they don't know what to do. They're panicking. They're all shaking in their boots because they know that the time is here and that they're all going to get locked up. See, not only was the government watching me, following me, and recording all of the individuals that were a part of my case, they were also doing it with other individuals. The information that they had on other individuals, which this group, who is connected to committing fraud. In my case, the ones that defrauded, stole my identity and utilized it to steal from me on a one-sided court case, illegal court proceedings. See, all of them are going to be in for a rude awakening, and the rest of the other people, because this group is tied to red rum. This group is tied to fraud. See, everything that they have, they didn't earn it the right way. They stole it. And that's why they know that all of them are about to get locked up because of everything that they did. So see, they're going down, as well as many other people in different locations who were a part of this organized crime ring working with these individuals. And now you're about to go down. You're about to go down because, see, everything has been a secret. The investigation is a secret. And now that everything is being thrown in your face, and they know exactly everything that you did, oh, it's about to go down. When you start to hear the alarm system, ring, 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 ho, 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 know that your town is now about to get raided because it's here now. But you created it, you target individuals, and that is the most sick, disturbing thing that you could do, to target an innocent family, millions of innocent families, so that you could make money. That's pathetic. That's evil. That's cruel. That's insane for people to do things like that against another human being. But that's why the raids are coming, because what these sick, twisted billionaires who have utilized the American people to target the American people, these are the insane people, because they had apartment buildings, homes, houses. They had surveillance cameras, hidden surveillance cameras, audios, working with lawyers with illegal contracts, who were utilizing those contracts to spy on people. All of it was being done behind a person's back. Of course, the individual is not going to know what happened to them. You know exactly what you were doing to individuals. You were causing for their demise by all of y'all together targeting that one individual so that you can utilize that innocent life so that you could fill your pockets with blood money. That is pathetic. So let me give you the FBI DEA has evidence of their elaborate, sophisticated schemes, rewriting targeted individuals' history. So what they do is that they fabricate another story about the individual who they target. They'll say you are a drug addict, a prostitute, you have AIDS, you're a thief. They make it up, and then they work with the police department. So they write a fake police report. Then they work with corrupt detectives who place the fraudulent charge on your record. Then they get the community members, the scam compound, illegal immigrants, community members, military families to stage the fake evidence, which is the text messages, the recorded conversations that they alter your voice, tweaking the voice recordings, utilizing videos that they stage with copycats, and then they present the fraudulent evidence in court. So this is the way they do it. They get the doctor that is on board. The doctor alters the medical records. So this is why this group is panicking, because of all the lies that they said about me. They know about all the lies that they said against the other targeted individuals that they had targeted and made money off of them. And God bless their souls, because they're no longer here. They're dead because they took them out and they cashed out on that life insurance policy. So see, this is the way that they do it. So they target the individual and they use fraudulent evidence. They stage it, they fabricate it, they create it together, and then they present it in court so that they could steal. They can steal from you, to steal your children, because these are pedophiles, pedophiles that like children. They create child pornography. They have hidden cameras in people's homes so that they can exploit your children, you and your spouse, because they sex traffic people against their will. They kidnap people. So they work, all of them together, to traffic human beings. This is why the FBI and the government has been coming down hard on all of these individuals, because they know that they have been networking with each other, Masons and Eastern Stars, billionaires who have invested in these towns and cities and locations so that they can exploit American people, because see, they're psychologically sick. They're psychologically crazy, because in order for people to do this and think that they could get away with it, that's why the United States has given the power to Trump for him to oversee all of this organized crime in our country, because you have exploited the American people. A lot of upright government officials, law enforcement, politicians, senators that are all on board on getting rid of this organized group who has exploited the American people. This is why the raids are coming in for many places, because you have been using your position of power, your title, to exploit the American people. But the United States is going to shut it down, and is going to stop all of this illegal activity happening in the United States. Because what you have been doing to the American people is insane. But that's why, through the investigation, they were able to see exactly how you've been pulling this fraud off. So the United States had seen, once the targeted individual who has street smarts, who can understand and pick up everything that has been happening around them, and the targeted individual leaves the location, they had seen everything to what they have been doing. So let me give you some of the information that I got here. FBI, DEA agents have evidence of their elaborate, sophisticated schemes, rewriting targeted individuals' history, hiding the pieces of the evidence through their cell phones, text messages, notebooks, not showing the works of skip steps. So, see, they fabricate the emails, the voice recordings, the videos, but then they don't show the parts that will give the evidence to prove to the accusations, to the things that they have fabricated and made up. They skip steps. So that right there shows that it was constructed, all of them together, in order to pull it off. Their calculations that was staged, fabricated, and created together. Their strategy was the pattern recognition of their own criminal activity that they couldn't keep up once the targeted individual left the controlled environment. They were no longer able to keep up with the performance, the show, the act, with stage messages, altered voice recordings, altered AI videos, exposing their pattern recognition, which was evidence, proof of their elaborate schemes with fraud. The whole community will be raided, arrested for red rum, dead bodies connected to identity theft, fraud, life insurance, gifted inheritance. The feds have evidence everything was done behind the targeted individual's back. So, in order for them to be able to commit fraud, they had to do it behind the person's back. Everything had to be done behind their back in order to pull off the fraud. So, this is why you have individuals who are living in Florida who are very much alive and well with their spouse, but meanwhile, somebody had collected a life insurance policy on that person who is alive and well in Florida, but somebody else collected that life insurance policy. So, see, this is what this group wanted to do with me. They wanted to take me out so that they could cash out on a life insurance policy. So, they know that they have been all caught out there because they know that they did all of this behind my back, and they did it to the millions of American people who they did this to, and they all have their hands all tied up with fraud. FBI agents have enough evidence, citywide investigation, scam compounds to bring in the SWAT team. Authority figures are working with higher ups, exposing organized crime. And this is why I said these billionaires are now broke, because not only did they were able to see how billionaires, this is sick, this is disturbing, billionaires who were working in partnership with partners in the music industry. These individuals were investing their money into these communities to 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 steal, cheat, lie, and target the American people and sacrifice people, mothers, children, babies, men. This is what their investment was, targeting the American people. They invested in taking you out to get rid of you, to commit fraud. And this is why they were filling their pockets with blood money. This is how these sick, disturbed, mentally insane individuals were doing. Investing people in the music industry in partnership, investing in communities to sacrifice the American people. That just goes to show you how much hate they have for the average person who is living in the United States. They only care about making blood money, sacrificing you, sacrificing me, and everybody around. They didn't care. But the FBI, DEA, Homeland Security, Department of Justice, they know. Oh, they know. That's why they gave the power to Mr. Trump, our president, because the raids are coming. You know it's coming. And all of y'all billionaires, y'all know that y'all broke now because your game has been exposed. All of the fraud, sacrificing the American people so that you could create your blood money. But thank God for upright government officials that are about to do the right thing because they know what you have been doing. So these individuals were working in partnership. They were investing in cities because this was a fun town for them to exploit children, women, and men through hidden surveillance, working with a bunch of sick attorneys who were writing up fraudulent contracts, putting fraudulent power of attorney over people, fraudulent guardianship, fraudulent conservatorship over individuals so that they can all steal together. The judge, the lawyer, the district attorney, the corrupt law enforcement, these were all individuals that were working together for to steal. They were cheating and lying and stealing together. And then they were throwing chump change money to the individuals to lie and participate with this fraud. These are people with no souls. All of these people who participated with this, these are individuals that sold their soul to the devil. This is Satan. To do something like this, this is insane. This is crazy. But this is what these group of Masons and Eastern Stars, they were investing with individuals in the music industry that were all involved with this fraud, sacrificing the American people so that to make money. That's why they're all caught out there. That's why they have all the evidence to make their moves. And you know they're making their moves. This is why the lights are going to go out. Water is going to stop. Everybody, the city is going to be shut down because all of these people who have been hurt, who have been targeting American people will be arrested. They have been doing this for a very long time and they have been getting away with it. These are individuals that are wearing masks. Who they portray themselves to be to the public is not who they are. They're monsters. They were sacrificing children. They were exploiting children. They were creating child pornography. These are all the sick, twisted individuals that are on that island list. The people who they don't want their name to come out. But now the truth has to be shown for the way that it needs to be shown to the American people. That's why all of this is going to be broadcast to the media. The whole entire world is going to see exactly what these individuals have been doing in the United States, among the American people, targeting all of us. And that's why I expose everything, because the people have a right to know. They rewrite people's history, hiding the pieces of the evidence through their cell phones, text messages, notebooks, not showing the works of skip steps, calculations that was staged, fabricated, created together. Their strategy was the pattern recognition of their own criminal activity that they could not keep up once the targeted individual left the controlled environment. So, this is how the FBI was able to see exactly how they were doing it. Once the person had left their controlled environment and went into another location, while they were watching the targeted individual, they were watching them. And they were seeing the fraudulent the text messages, the conversations that they were having with each other. They were staging, making up, making up information to create an illusion on the person who they had targeted. So that is the information that they work with and they use to claim to stage together in order to collect money. They'll write you off as being crazy, delusional, you're depressed, you're insane, because that's the story that they give. Let me tell you something. These people, they are so sick and twisted. They're sick and twisted, and they have a lot of problems in order to do something like this against an individual. They are going to pay for all of their crimes. Everything is coming back to them for doing this. See, they know the FBI and the DEA knows how you try to cause psychological problems, emotional problems, financial problems towards the people that you target. You want to put them in a state of depression. You want to make them go crazy. But the only person here who is crazy is you. You are the crazy one. You are the one who has psychological problems. And that's why all of y'all have gotten all caught out there red-handed, because the government sees exactly everything that you have been doing against the American people. See, I love myself. I love myself, and I fear nothing or no one. Nobody intimidates me. That's why I blow the whistle and snitch on everybody who has done what they did against me, because justice is coming, and all of these individuals are going to get locked up. See, the outcome, they did the setup, they fabricated everything against me, and the setup for them was successful, but the conclusion that they wanted was not successful, because they got exposed in the process, everything that they did against me, and how they were fabricating conversations with each other. Oh, you didn't know that the feds got the information, how y'all were lying about me, trying to stage a fraudulent outcome. But all of y'all have been caught out there. All of y'all have got caught out there, because, let me just take a little sip. See, these individuals, they thought that I was going to give up on myself. That I was going to give up on myself and just, oh, I'm so scared, that I was going to stay shut to all of the fraud that they committed behind my back, and I wasn't going to expose it. But see, they don't realize that I have a lot of self-love for myself. See, I'm a rare diamond. I'm a gem. And the outcome that they wanted, they didn't see, because they are sick and twisted. The outcome that they wanted for me is the outcome that they're all going to have. They're going to self-delete themselves. They're going to prison. And they're going to lose everything. And this is not what they had expected. But the raids are coming. And you know that the laws have changed in the United States. See, I'm rolling with the heavy hitters. You thought that I was alone. You thought that I was all by myself. You thought that I didn't have anybody. Oh no, think again. I'm rolling with the big heavy hitters because that's how I roll with my team that expose all of y'all. And you know that you're going to lose everything. You're finished. No mas. No more money. It's over for all of y'all. And the time is here. Get ready, people. It's all over for this group right here. Organized crime is finished. They're over. Get ready for the sirens because the sirens are coming. Lights out. All of y'all are going down. It's over. So let me just give a little bit more information because now they're in Ohio, Cincinnati. So see, now the FBI knows because see, they network with each other. They're investigating this lieutenant, corrupt detectives, cops that are over there who are responsible for frame jobs, setups to identity theft, life insurance policies, and huge payouts. So now they're seeing how all of them are all connected. See, you see how people are giving information out, how they're giving each other up because people know that the raids are coming. So they don't want to go to prison for 20 to life. They don't want to spend all of their life in prison because they know it's coming. So now it's Ohio. They know that they have that this elaborate scheme wasn't only in Pennsylvania, New York, California, Texas, Colorado. They know that expands to other states. This is why other states are under investigation. Arizona, all of these places were all working together, networking with Masons and Eastern Stars, these cities that were constructed so that they could targeted individuals so that they could commit fraud. This is where they were making their money. This is how they were all operating with each other. They see everything. And that's why you're going down. I love to give the news. I love to give the news because uh, organized crime is finished. It's over. You will no longer continue to profit blood money in our country and think that you're going to get away with it. It's finished. Excuse me for 1 second. Mommy,
Yes.
tráigame como a tissue paper because, yeah, thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah. Because I get excited when I think about organized crime and I like exposing it, so I like I like for the whole entire world to know exactly everything that is going on. So they're connected to Red Rum, hitman, a strangler who strangles people, but the FBI has information in regards to that. Dead bodies connected to identity theft, fraud, life insurance, gifted inheritance. The feds have evidence everything was done behind the targeted individual's back, the fraud, and the individuals who are now under investigation for Red Rum that is tied to life insurance policy. So, like I said, these are all individuals that sold their soul to the devil. These are individuals who are cold blooded, that don't care for the American people. And this is why all of this criminal activity is being stamped out, and your time is up. So get ready, people. Get ready because the time is here. Billionaires are broke now. They got no more money because their little fun town has been discovered, and they know the partnerships that you had with individuals in the music industry investing in this criminal activity targeting the American people for fraud money, identity theft, child exploitation, child sex trafficking, human trafficking, drug trafficking, weapon trafficking. They know everything. How all of these billionaires who are now broke because they know that their whole entire fun town has been discovered by the government and the raids are coming. So now your business is being shut down. Thank God. Thank God for the upright government officials who are helping to get rid of the enemy from our country. So I want to thank FBI, CIA, DEA, ICE, Homeland Security, Department of Justice, law enforcement, authority figures, government spies, undercovers, community members. I want to thank all the people who have been working very hard to expose all of this. Thank you for the changes that are being made to bring the safety and the security of this country, to restore safety and security for the American people. Thank you for protecting our families, our children, for protecting our beautiful country. Thank you for the national security that you are helping to make this beautiful country safe again. Thank you. So I will pray. Thank you, Aravat, the great I am, Jeshua, Mother Mary, Archangel Michael, Mars Sector 6, Master Aetherius, Galactic Federation of Light, Commander Ashtar, Commander Valiant Thor. Thank you, Heavenly Father, Mother God, Absolute, for your love and your light, for working together for all of those who are protecting this beautiful country of ours. Thank you for exposing organized crime and for those who have taken advantage of all of the American people, that all who are guilty, that they will now face the consequences to all of their evil acts against humanity. Thank you, Holy Father, for your love and your light. So be it, and so it is. Thank you, everybody, for watching me, and prepare yourselves. Big changes are coming. If you got eyes to see, you will see, and it's going to happen. Take care. Bye.